Well, hey everybody, I'm John Ritland. This is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 29 Night 12 event. Sorry for not having this review up sooner. I had to sleep in and catch it on demand. And as for the remaining shows, I'll go into it just very quickly. Saturday, because I'm on the West Coast, it's 1 a.m. and 11 p.m. Now, since I have to work Saturday and also have to work a longer shift on Sunday, I will do my best to watch both of those live. I'm not going to tire myself out way too much, but I should be able to watch the 1 a.m. one live and have that review up. Otherwise, I'll be up Saturday afternoon, evening. And then same for the Saturday night show. If I can't watch that one live, it'll be up Sunday night, afternoon, evening. Easy for me to say. And also, want to make mention for the 7th and 8th, Wednesday and Thursday respectively, those shows will be up those afternoons. So Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, and then because it's such a busy weekend since I review New Japan and WWE, I'm going to review the remaining 3 G1 shows live, along with NXT TakeOver Toronto 2, Electric Boogaloo, and also WWE SummerSlam. So thank you guys very much for the continued support for the channel. I really do appreciate it, not just for the New Japan reviews, but any of the shows. Thank you very much. Just wanted to make mention of that schedule, and I'll update you guys with every single review here. We're getting close to the end of the G1, and we got Kevin Kelly, Rocky Romero on commentary. And the first 4 matches are A block previews with some other guys thrown in, and then we get B block matches for the rest, and we'll go over the point totals at the end. And I gotta be honest, the undercard matches were fun, but they were very hit and miss. You got Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, and Yujiro Takahashi versus Kenta, Carl Fredericks, and Clark Connors. Now, I will say this. Connors and Fredericks have impressed me quite a bit, and I think it's a good idea to put them with somebody like Kenta, who has a wealth of experience and everything, and has worked the American style as well. And I mean, whether he's better Japanese style or American style is up for debate, but I think it's a good idea to put him there. And also, it just worked pretty well. I mean, but it was a preview of Kenta and Fale, and it was mainly about the Young Lions getting some spots in, but getting beat up. The LA Dojo Young Lions, that is. Connors and Yujiro start, and then Chase got in, Kenta got in, then everybody's just, let's hit a big old schmoz and everything. And then Fredericks and Chase were having a nice little battle, but then in the end, Chase's package pile driver pins Fredericks for the 1, 2, 3, so it was fine. And then probably the shortest match of the undercard matches, it was Suzuki-gun members colliding. Suzuki-gun explodes. That's kind of bad. Minoru Suzuki, Xavier Jr. versus Kanemaru and Lance Archer. It's a preview of ZSJ versus Archer. And Suzuki and ZSJ attack in the entranceway. They attack Archer and Kanemaru, and then it's just mainly outside, and then we get some inside action and some nice little teases of what could happen if Zack Sabre Jr. tries to put submissions on Archer. But in the end, you have a beautiful British clutch, that bridging pin that Zack Sabre Jr. does. Pins Kanemaru for the 1, 2, 3. Pretty short match. I think it was 5-6 minutes tops. I mean, if it was longer than that, well, I'm amazed. It felt like really quick. That's a pretty good idea, though. It's getting near the end of the tournament, so maybe for some of these block matches, they really ought to keep them a bit shorter. And that way he gives more time to the block match. I mean, I don't know. It's just at this point, you can tell that this is starting to wear people down. It's a grueling tournament. I mean, those that aren't working in the tournament matches that night are working the singles match or, the tag matches and everything. So, credit to every single one of these guys for working goddamn hard. Then we get Ibushi, Honma, and Hanare versus Tanahashi, Shota, and Ren Narita. It's a preview of Ibushi versus Tanahashi, which we got sometime last week. It's like, they were just going to tease the fact that it's going to happen. It was the finals of last year's G1, so I totally get it. And we get Narita and Honma starting, and then we get Shota and Hanare, which is a nice little feud I wouldn't mind seeing at some point. Kokeshi, the falling headbutt from Honma to Shota, and then one to Tanahashi. And then Tanahashi tried his own version and tried an elbow drop, and that didn't work. And then we get Tanahashi and Kota in doing some stuff, including this one brutal spot where, Kota did a stomp. And Hanare and Narita are in, and then a Uranagi variation, 1, 2, 3. That was pretty good. I don't remember what they called that on commentary. I apologize. I might have missed that. But Hanare has really impressed me, and I hope that they start using him better and maybe put him in World Tag League to get some quality wins and everything. And for the love of God, start featuring the guy better in 2020. I'm not saying push the guy to goddamn moon and make him win the G1 next year, but let's use him a little better. They need to showcase some of these younger talents and everything. But it was a decent match, and then we get Bushi, Sonata, and Evil versus Yoshihashi, Ospreay, and Okada. It's previews of Okada and Sonata and Ospreay versus Evil, which ought to be interesting. But we get Ospreay and Evil started. Excuse me. And everything goes outside. Oh, LIJ takes over. Everything goes outside. Ospreay does get targeted for a while. And Okada and in with Sonata. They keep pushing the fact that Okada is 6-0 against Sonata, which makes me think, and Jen, I believe you might have said this or in the comments on the last video, that Sonata may beat Okada. If I misquoted you, I do apologize, but I believe you said something like that. It was actually kind of cool where Okada brought back the little goofiness where he hit the dive off the ropes and went Scooby Dooby Doo, because Okada's a big old fucking nerd and we love him for it. But Yoshihashi got in, butterfly lock on Bushi, and he taps him out. I mean, of course, that's what he was going to do. Like, there was no doubt, I think, that Bushi was going to... It was either Bushi or Yoshihashi, and they seemed to be slowly, like, doing a little bit of an uphill, they seem to be doing a little bit of an climb with Yoshihashi. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with him, but at least it's something. And Bushi's won enough matches. Like, he won a lot of matches in the Best of Super Juniors and has done pretty well in this, in the undercard tag matches so far. So Yoshi winning isn't a bad thing. And then we get B-block matches. Shingo versus Jeff Cobb, and this was good. This was a pretty damn good match. Not great, but pretty damn good. It was really hard hitting. Now, I wasn't so sure how this one was going to go, because I thought, okay, Cobb signed to Ring of Honor, at least for right now. I think his contract's up in a couple months. I actually got to see him in one of his last indie appearances before he, had to be Ring of Honor full time. But this, I was kind of interested to see where they were going to go with this. It was very fast paced in the beginning. The strength by Cobb is just absolutely ungodly, and I've seen it live. It's just amazing to see live. You get a chance to see Jeff Cobb live, please do so. The guy's super nice. The guy's super talented as well. And Shingo does focus on Cobb's knee, kind of as a way to ground him, which is smart because even though Shingo's strong, Cobb is stronger. I mean, he is a big, strong boy. That's what he is. Standing moonsault by Cobb, that's just beautiful. He does end up hurting his knee. Well, I mean, he's selling his knee. His knee's not actually hurt. I hope not. But big old superplex by Cobb. You can get dueling T-bone suplexes. I think Cobb hit one on Shingo, and then Shingo hit one on Cobb. Big old strike battle, chop, strike, all that. That was pretty good stuff. Pump and bomber for 2. And a big old power bomb by Cobb for 2. We get some near falls. We get, could Shingo win? Could Cobb win? And then we get Tour of the Islands for 1, 2, 3. So Cobb pins Shingo. I still think that this tournament's going to benefit Shingo quite a bit, and I think he's only going to get better. After that lengthy undefeated streak that they had, or, not being pinned or submitted, I think this is smart. I'm not saying humble him necessarily, but he's going to have to get better to compete with the heavyweights. So I think that's actually the right call to have. I mean, Cobb winning, I'm not going to complain. I'm never going to complain by seeing Cobb win. I'm a little bit surprised Shingo didn't win, but I kind of get it looking at the point totals afterwards. I was like, okay, now I get why they're doing it. And then we get Jon Moxley versus Yano. And pretty much it's mostly comedy. I mean, I don't think that really is a shock. I also think this is Yano's longest match of this G1. At one point he sprays his water in Moxley's face just to annoy him, and then opens the DVD case because, the last show he tried to sell him the DVD and there was 10,000 yen in there. But then because, he tried for the low blow, of course he did. The action goes outside. Yano gets some tape. But then he gets his arm taped to the guardrail, manages to get back in just in time. And both of them remove a turnbuckle, Mox and Yano do. And they tried a lightsaber battle thing. That was pretty funny. Low blow for 2. That doesn't quite work. And then, Yano gets hit into the table. And a double low blow because Shota's out there trying to help Moxley. And then Yano tapes the legs, I believe it's the right and left leg of Mox. He takes one of their legs together, basically. So it's like a 3-legged race thing. And by the time he finishes taping them, it's like 14. The time is like 14. I think it's 14 or 15, the count and everything. So the referee ends up counting out Moxley, basically. Moxley is mad, understandable. So Moxley is no longer undefeated. Yano manages to get the victory, and that kind of opens up B-block quite a bit, as you'll see by the point totals when I get to it. And then we get Juice and Naito. It was good stuff. It was a lot of taunting. Juice taunting Naito, Naito taunting Juice, and vice versa. Strike that, reverse it. I mean, because it was Naito taunting Juice first. This was a good match. I don't think there was any doubt who was going to win it, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world if you tell a good story, but it was pretty obvious who was going to win this. There was some nice submission wrestling inside. Juice does come back with some good stuff. Hits a nice run off the ropes and a beautiful powerbomb for 2. And like Naito hits his German suplex, just spikes Juice, but Juice just no sells it because that's something that you do in New Japan. Big old DDT, but that's just for 2 on that. And then Naito's ear was bleeding, and Juice hit a beautiful left-handed lariat. I mean, he was like gonna left arm lariat. He was gonna try and go for it. He went for pull friction multiple times, but in the end, Destino 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't have known that Naito's ear was bleeding if they hadn't focused on this one shot because his hair covers almost everything. It's great hair, by the way. But Destino for 3, Naito wins. And I know it seems like I'm kind of rushing through some of this stuff, but it's like some of the matches were good and some of the matches were like, eh. Like this next one, Jay White versus Tai Chi, and Miho Abe and Kanemaru were out there with Tai Chi, and then Goto was out there with Jay White. And who can out-heel the other? Well, there was a lot of stalling. Then we go with outside antics. And Goto targeting Miho. Oh, Goto, you were lucky that nobody wanted to rush over the guardrail. Don't you hurt Miho. Fucking Christ. But I mean, Gato's a good heel, and he'll eventually get his comeuppance where he stops appearing on TV as much. But it is what it is. We get chops from White, we get kicks from Tai Chi, so that's a nice little, dynamic there. Kiwi Crusher for 2. Goto pulls the ref out, just looks like Tai Chi's gonna win. We get some more interference, including a Centauri Surprise, the alcohol spit from Kanemaru. That doesn't work. Low blow by Jay White, but Centauri Surprise once again, that does hit Jay White. Last ride for 2. Sleeper suplex, variation of a brain buster afterwards, and this is after more bullshit and antics and everything. And Blade Runner for 3. And then Rocky Romero stares down Jay White afterwards because now that after Jay lost to 3 straight Chaos members, now he's rallied off 3 straight wins. I will be very, very surprised if Jay White happens to get into the B Block finals. It's possible that he could, but my thing is if he does, he's going to lose. Because him winning the G1, I don't see the point. Because he's already been the champion. He already got that monster push, or at least that, sizable push earlier. And I think maybe they're going to go with him facing Naito. Because I don't think Naito's winning the G1 either. But who knows? They're doing some good storytelling here with B Block, like I said, since it seems like A Block's a runaway with Okada. And then we get Goto versus Ishii. It's 2 tanks smashing into each other, and that's pretty much what the match is. I'm not going to try and shorten it up without telling you a few spots. That's what it was. It was a ton of strikes. I mean, the chops, the forearms, just everything. These guys were beating the piss out of each other. If I had to pick one match from tonight or from this show that would be on my favorite matches of the tournament list, this would be it. This would be it. I mean, you can't go. I don't know if it's as good as the one that I believe they had one last year. I don't know if it's as good as that one, but it's goddamn good. There was a sunset flip power bomb off the ropes that Goto does. He does a variation where he gets the legs around, he does this, and then does the sunset flip. But boy, Ishii was laying on his neck, and he was hurting his arm a lot, and it looked painful. And I hope Ishii's okay. I mean, I hope everybody's okay. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, fuck, these two beat the piss out of each other. There's a power bomb by Ishii for 2. Some near falls, a headbutt exchange where it's like I've just stopped. God, oh. I've had multiple concussions, and I'm not even a wrestler, which I know shocks everybody. But I've had multiple concussions. That kind of stuff makes me cringe. Reverse GTR, but then a kick for 2, and soon after, actual GTR 1, 2, 3, and Goto wins, and then cuts promo afterwards. So yeah, that was pretty interesting right there. Now I'm gonna go over the point totals right there. That was actually my favorite match of the night. Not that any of the matches necessarily were bad. Yano and Mox was actually better than I expected. But for B Block, I'm going to go down how I wrote them. Juice Robinson at 6 points. Shingo at 4. John Moxley still at 10. Tai Chi at 4. Yano, Naito, Ishii, Cobb, Goto, and White all at 6. We are going to find out by, let's see, so there would be, next one would be night 14. We're going to find out by night 16, officially. Who's going to, probably even by night 14, we're going to be down to about, like, say, 6 people that are eligible. Because you're going to have a lot of tiebreakers and everything and stuff like that. And that's something that's going to work against Jay White. Because Goto and Ishii have tiebreakers over him. So, and, so does Yano. Now, Yano ain't going to win this G1, dear God, imagine that. But, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting to see what happens with the B Block. So, once again, I will do what I can to watch or at least the Saturday ones live. And then the Wednesday, Thursday ones will be up sometime, like, each of those afternoons. But anyway, agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. Well, I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.